Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm checking out The Black Dog from Taylor Swift, which is from the anthology, right, of Tortured Poets. SM over on Buy Me a Coffee has bought me a load of coffees and kindly asked, well, she said, I love your YouTube reactions. Thanks very much. I love doing them. But she's kindly asked if I'll check out The Black Dog. The Black Dog's like what's usually a term for depression, isn't it? I was going to say a euphemism, but do euphemisms have to be sexual or not? But anyway, so this is, well, I'm expecting something heavy but beautiful, but maybe it's not about that at all.
Someone who until recent events you shared your secrets with. In your location you forgot to turn it off. And so I watched as you walk into some bar called the Black Dog and pierced new holes in my heart. You forgot to turn it off.
I have to start it again straight away already, man. So that's a beautiful. That wasn't what I was expecting, I suppose. The well, I said the double meaning, but it's certainly a double meaning so far, isn't it? About walking into a bar called the Black Dog. It's a very. It feel even though I'm not aware of an English pub called the Black Dog. It does feel like it could be one, you know.
Someone who until recent events you shared your secrets with. In your location you forgot to turn it off. And so I watched as you walk into some bar called the Black Dog.
Is that is that a reference to, you know, tracking each other's locations on your phone so you know where each other are?
And pierce new holes in my heart. You forgot to turn it off. And it hits me. I just don't understand how you don't miss me in the Black Dog. When someone plays the starting line and you jump up, but she's too young to know this song that was intertwined in the magic fabric of our dreaming. Old habits die screaming.
Nice. That was really cool, wasn't it, man? I wasn't expecting that, but that was beautiful. Even just the lyric video was class as well, wasn't it? How it changed to black, and then took me by surprise. But beautiful. And I guess we're going to go back down a little bit, but then towards the end, I'm hoping for some, you know, I don't know what, screaming. I guess, you know, just sonic. Yeah. So these lyrics are interesting as well. So this guy is somewhere where he shouldn't have been, somewhere he's been lying about being, perhaps, with a younger woman, or a kid, essentially.
Someone plays the starting line and you jump up, but she's too young to know this song that was intertwined in the magic
Right, okay. So it's taken me a second to click on with these. These are How You Don't Miss Me in the Black Dog when someone plays the starting line. I was thinking, what's that a reference to? Is that a football reference? But it's a reference to what, one of Taylor's songs, one of a song, to the beginning of a song that they shared something with, you know, together. Oh, right, okay. That's exactly what it is, isn't it? More assertive now, is it going to be?
Move through the world with the heart broken. My longings stay unspoken. unspoken, and I may never open up the way I did for you.
So, I guess this is not just me analysing this song, but with the recent stuff of, you know, Taylor getting engaged and all that, and that's really cool, isn't it? I guess it seems she's finally found what she's looking for, I guess. But isn't it interesting? I'm just thinking, I move through the world with the heart broken, my longings stay unspoken, and I may never open up. We seem to look for love in all the wrong places, don't we? Not consciously, I don't think, but unconsciously. I was watching something recently, I can't remember exactly what it was now, but somebody was postulating that we tend to end up with, or, you know, well, I don't know enough about psychology, I suppose, and I'm kind of interested in all that now, but there's just, I want to learn everything, you know, but there's just not the time, is there? But you know, I've got the rest of my life, you know, so I'm just going to keep educating myself about wherever my curiosity sends me. The problem is, at the minute, you know, I'm just like a dog chasing, you know, just like, you know. But anyway, where's my point? I'm just digressing loads. It's not even it's not even a digression, is it? It's a confusion. We tend to look for love in the wrong places. And I know that is related to what the love that we didn't receive as a child. So I wonder, I don't know what I wonder, you know. I'm kind of want to talk about some things, but I'm feeling quite vulnerable now, you know, thinking about, I don't know, my own childhood, my own relationships with my parents, my various relationships as short-lived as most of them were, few and far between, and then just, I don't know. Do we all like have our hearts broken by something or someone? Do we begin with broken hearts? I guess we kind of start off. Well, we can't, can we? You know, there's innocence and beauty, and life breaks us down in different ways, doesn't it? You know, but then we can grow stronger in those parts, perhaps. I don't know. But as usual, you know, Taylor making me think about stuff.
I move through the world with the heart broken, my longings stay unspoken, and I may never open up the way I did for you.
You've always got to be strong enough. There's a great Noel Gallagher line I love, you know, hang in there, love, you got to hold on, you got to be strong enough for love. Which I don't think he can. It doesn't say that. It always makes me think you got to be strong enough to love again. You know, he doesn't say that, I don't think, in that song, but it always gives me that feeling. You know, and that's not just true in romantic life, is it? You know, I think life is failure. A series of failures, but we've got to learn to fail up, don't we? You know, you've got to learn to pick yourself up, and that is in a sense a broken heart, isn't it? You know, when you're trying to learn something or to do something or to make progress in an area of your life, and it's not working out. It's challenging to get back up and keep going sometimes, isn't it? So that, I guess the line there, and I may never open up. That's the fear, isn't it? I suppose, like once bitten, twice shy. And you've got to be wise enough to you've got to find the balance, I suppose, between being wise enough to notice the warning signs and learn from the past, from, I guess, your mistakes and others, but then also be brave enough to be vulnerable, to open up, to trust, and all that jazz.
And all of those best laid plans, he said I needed a brave man, then proceeded to play him until I believed it too. And it kills me.
That's a fantastic verse as well, isn't it? These are, well, the songs I've checked out so far from Tortured Poets, it's proper poetry, isn't it? Excuse me. And all of those best laid plans, you said I needed a brave man, then proceeded to play him until I believed it too. I was thinking not long ago about well, the line from The Mask comes, to me now. We all wear masks, metaphorically speaking. And I don't know when I started wearing a mask or playing a role or playing a character, but I did it at some point, but not out of vindictiveness, but like out of self-preservation, I suppose. I went from being a very shy kid to being very extroverted, and being the lead singer in bands and, makeup and all just, I guess, complete opposite to how I was as a kid, really. And looking back now, it was, I'm not sure exactly what it was, some kind of mask, I suppose, some kind of character. But then very quickly that just became who I was, and the thought of cutting my hair short or anything like that would have been crazy, because I identified myself, I was going to say, on that depth. Well, I don't know how deep it is to identify yourself by your haircut or by the clothes you wear. But I certainly believed in that. I didn't realise it was, an illusion. And I suppose it depends how, esoteric you want to get about it or stuff, because who I am now, who I feel myself to be now, it feels, I guess, more true, more honest, more... I feel, I don't know, I feel good moving through life, And you should, with every action you take, every word you say, I suppose, you should try to notice whether it makes you feel, like this, or whether, it opens you up, makes you feel good, and not the impulsive, hedonistic, instantaneous, instant gratification kind of good, golden rather than red, to quote Taylor. Yeah, so, and then, I was going to say, so like now, if we are spiritual beings having a human experience, all of this is a mask, really, isn't it? It's a character to some degree. But we're here because, as far as I can tell, a reason we're here is you've got to act as if that's real, and maybe we are different people all throughout our lives, Maybe we should be, as we burn off what is unnecessary and what is holding us back. And those parts of us, often, well, I'm paraphrasing a quite prominent psychologist, now, so these aren't my words, but well, I guess most of what I say aren't my words, you know. They're the bits and pieces I've sort of remembered from things I've watched or read that have resonated, I suppose, and come back to me in the moment. But you have to burn off all that is unnecessary and holding you back and all that jazz. But often those parts, you know, die screaming, and it's painful and they don't want to go, you know, like they have like a life or a soul of their own, you know. But change and growth, those things are painful, aren't they, you know, but they're not as painful as the alternative. Yeah. Jesus, 15 minutes on 1.5 minutes.
That I needed a brave man, then proceeded to play him until I believed it too. And it kills me. I just don't understand how you don't miss me in the shower and remember how my rain-soaked body was shaking. Do you hate me? Was it hazing for a cruel fraternity I pledged?
What does hazing mean in this context? That's a slang for something. Is that a cruel fraternity? Is that a college thing? I don't think I've heard that before. Was it hazing?
For a cruel fraternity I pledged, and I still mean it. Old habits die screaming.
So yeah, that line, which I didn't really notice before, which is interesting, the sort of digression I just went on, isn't it, about old habits die screaming. That's about the old parts of yourself, you know, that you've got to dispense with, you know, the juvenile elements. Is juvenile the right word for it? Maybe. You've got to, and as well, you've got to sacrifice. I suppose a good way of looking, I was thinking of Peter Pan, which I know she kind of references in other songs on this record, but Pan means, is it like the spirit of all possibility or something like that, the god of all possibility? And being a child, being juvenile, that is, all you are is possibility or potential. That's right. All you are is potential. And unless you sacrifice the majority of you know, all those possibilities, because Peter Pan stays young, he stays the child, doesn't he, forever, because he doesn't want to grow up. He doesn't want to sacrifice all possibility. He doesn't want to choose a path. And we need to choose a path. We need to sacrifice possibility for what, actuality? Is that a good way to look at it? It's something like that, isn't it? And if we don't do that, hell awaits, like, eventually, right? Because there's nothing more, I don't know what the word is, I was going to say repulsive, sad, than an adult juvenile, right? You know, there is beauty in growing up, I suppose. Although, but Peter Pan, so that's like he doesn't want to grow up because, well, for many reasons, I suppose, but look at the examples he's got of adults in Neverland, which is like, it's Captain Hook, you know, and all the pirates aren't it, you know, like bitter, twisted, mean, all that sort of stuff. So, but there is real beauty, isn't there? I'm learning in learning to be a man, you know, like a real man, like to be to be strong and dependable, and somebody that the people you love can rely on, and all that sort of stuff.
6 weeks of breathing clean air, I still miss the smoke. Were you making fun of me with some esoteric joke? Now I wanna sell my house and set fire to all my clothes, and hire a priest to come and exorcise my demons. Even if I die, scream.
That's fascinating as well, isn't it? So this is, very much the sort of topic I was speaking on. And I can relate to a lot that she's saying there, I guess. 6 weeks of breathing clean air, I still miss the smoke. I mean, that to me, just kind of sitting around smoking dope with my friends and making music, like... In the time when I guess I stopped all those things, there was a time when I guess I did miss it and it was difficult, but I realised, I had to go through that and burn those things off to be able to move forward, and it's tough, man. But I mean, did I miss the actual smoking? Was it habitual? Was it social? I used to enjoy the ritual, I suppose, of like rolling a joint and lighting it up and passing it around, and so I missed that for a while. That's probably not what she's speaking about in this instance, but it's just made me think of that. And how you want to sell your house, set fire to all your clothes, bring a priest along to exorcise all your demons. And that's like everything I was talking about, burning off the parts of yourself that no longer serve you, or holding you back. It is metaphorically exercising demons, isn't it? And what is the difference really between any of that? I don't think there is one. It's just a words thing, isn't it? Semantics, is that the word for that?
And hire a priest to come and exorcise my demons. Even if I die,
So this is interesting. I love the little flip around she's done here, I hope it's Shitty and the Black Dog. So whether, this guy is depressed or not metaphorically, but he is failing to grow up right, still going into the metaphorical pub that he's going to turn into the Black Dog one way or another. He's probably going to get old or bitter. Same as Scrooge or whatever, all those stories, that it's all there, isn't it, in literature and mythology, if we are willing or open enough to look. There are such great messages for how to live your life in all of that stuff. So it's flipped around to that. So now when someone plays the starting line, you jump up, but she's too young. Did you say just, but she's too young originally? Was there a slightly different word? I think it's the intonation, because on that first verse, it's like she's too, it's like it's Taylor saying she's too young for you, this girl, like you're just going for a younger model or whatever the thing is. But now the way she just sings it's slightly different here. It's like, you jump up, but she's too young, or I hope she rejects you, because she thinks you're too old, kind of thing. So that's kind of beautiful.
Black dog, when someone plays the starting line and you jump up, but she's too young to know this song that was intertwined in the tragic fabric of our dreams.
Nice, man. Well, I haven't got to Tortured Poets yet over on Patreon, but, well, if you, some of you will be over there, but if you're not over there, I think I'm going to do the Eras tour. I usually do Wednesday and Saturday videos over there for the music reactions anyway, and I usually do something Taylor related on a Saturday, and then something, at the minute it tends to be One Direction related on a Wednesday, but I'm thinking, what have I got? Well, when you're watching this, there's going to be maybe another couple of Saturday second parts to get through, but then I'm thinking I'm just going to do Wednesday, Saturday of the Eras tour, because it's like 3.5 hours, isn't it? You know, and the amount I talk, it's probably going to be like 7 hours worth of, you know, content for you. But if I can do that on a Wednesday and a Saturday for a couple of weeks, then that should, will it finish on a Wednesday? Anyways, so when it comes round to the new album coming out on the 4th, I can do that on the day it comes out. And I'll probably cut like a song or two out and put it on YouTube, as I do with, you know, most of my Patreon reactions. But anyway, this song, man, like lyrically, just everything I've heard of this album, because it's so lyrically heavy and I pause it a lot, I don't think I've really taken in the songs as much, or the melodies or the structures as much as I do with the others. But this, I think Folklore and Evermore are probably the albums that speak to me the least. I guess I should probably maybe revisit them a little bit more, you know, but from what I've heard from Tortured Poets, you know, sonically it feels more up my street, with lyrics similar to that kind of storytelling that's on Folklore and stuff, but I think refined, you know, I think she's obviously just improving all the time, isn't she, you know? And I mean, or just changing, maybe, is it even fair? Because I mean, so on some of those early albums, some of the lyrics are just knock me down with a feather, right? So I don't know, but yeah, I can't really comment on this as a song because I was just pausing it so much, but you know, I had to, man, because of the storytelling. But I'm looking forward to getting to the album, and I think I will, as people have suggested over on Patreon, I think I will, when I get to it, do the lyric videos, you know, and take my time with it, you know, maybe even, you know, if well, I mean, look at this, it's nearly half an hour for a 4-minute song, and I do tend to go a bit quicker on Patreon maybe, but if all the Tortured Poets stuff is like this, you know, it's going to take forever. But I was just thinking, which is fine, isn't it, you know, but I was just thinking, well, now I'm thinking, I don't even need to be telling you all this, really, you know. Most people have probably clicked off by now. I'll be able to see in the analytics the drop off. But maybe when I react to the album, I'll go through a song like this and then maybe just play it all the way through again. I'll see how I feel. But anyway, thanks for joining me. Thanks for all them coffees. I'm going to be buzzing all week, SM. Thanks very much, guys. Love to, yeah. Links in description for all the other stuff. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon.